What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This video about Justin Bieber. Broke? Now, he sold his catalog for $200 million. And, you obviously get money from that, but you get taxed on it because you don't get all that money. And then your agents and who's up running your business. But broke is what the word was. Yeah, the guy who came out, been around forever and a day. Money been funny, and everybody wants to know about him and Diddy and what's going on. Um, you got to make investments. If you're living high on the hog, he used to buy cars. He used to live real high, and he spent a lot of money. He spent a lot of money, and it's a very pricey lifestyle because. So I remember this one girl I work with. She went to his concert. It was like $900 tickets to go see him perform, and she was excited. It wasn't that long ago. But see, this is the reality. The reality is that he don't stay 15, 25 forever. Business change, styles change, people move on. And how do you invest your money? Where do you put your money? So he sold his publishing, and now he can make new music. He can make no money, but his best stuff is got owned and operated. Someone else is going to use it for all kinds of ads and advertisements. They're going to make money. Had he waits a couple more years, but if he had at least a good tenfold of money, he could have probably lived comfortably. And then when he decided to sell it, hey, the cat could have used it for all kinds of things. He got in over his head with that, but I believe there's a lot more going on, and I think the industry definitely turned him out and he went a whole lot of directions. But the reality of the matter is, you still, hopefully, you can sue where people can trust people. That's something often when you hear about younger artists going broke or bad deals, you got to scratch your head. You're in an era now where you really don't need the industry like that. You really don't need to be hustled and pimped like that. But people are getting hustled and pimped by the day because they don't have the fortitude and wherewithal to, to how they're going to do what they're going to do. So, you're kind of in a situation where you're in limbo and you're kind of wondering what you're going to do. So I'm looking at it like, I kind of don't know what to say about the cat. um you want to tell somebody to say, hey, we got to get it together. We gotta make some sense, and we gotta find something that is fine tuned. We got to find something that uh, it will come together. That'll actually be used in a place where it'll uh, enable to take care of yourself, because you don't have this forever. You don't sell records. That he came on an era where there was still sales, and now there's just streams. So now it's a whole different royalty, and it just changes. So what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? How are you going to balance yourself out? Um, how are you going to, make it where you get through what you got to? How are you going to, make it where you can feel like you are worthy of something, because you just, again, you spent all the money and the lawyers got it and your agents got it and people used you and diced you up. You don't never want to hear about this. But we do know one thing for sure. These artists that you think got it like that ain't got it like that. They paycheck to paycheck, if they even got that. Because they're being sponsored, and someone can take their money anytime. Them cars you see, them houses you got, them clothes, it's always in somebody else's name. It ain't the way you think it is. And that's the thing about the Hollywood dream that has definitely turned into a nightmare. People ain't living as large as you think they are. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.